What's good, y'all? It's Solution back at it with another YouTube video. And today we are continuing my mental gym series, talking about the pillars, exercises, and skills I believe you guys need to master to achieve all the goals you want, get all the girls you want, get all the money you want, and all those different really cool things that I know you guys all want, right? So yeah, so I also want to mention that this is not the first gym video I have made. So the first video I've made is the value circle video. I think it's a pretty good listen, and it should help you build an environment for yourself that you can actually make sure that the people who are around you are actually helping you achieve the goals that you are after. So I will leave that video in the description so you can go check that out and make sure you're like up to date with it if you want to watch in order or whatever way you want to do things. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the next pillar. And that pillar is discipline. So discipline is a really common thing that is talked about by a lot of guys who talk about becoming successful and achieving goals. But it's once again one of those things that I feel like is not like explained like how to do it. It's like kind of like you just need to be disciplined, bro. You just need to do things regardless of how you feel, bro. Like, and then you're just like, okay, but like, that's not really actionable. You don't know or understand how to actually do it. So when I was been making the mental gym with my boy, like we're like, okay, how can we get guys to be disciplined? Because it is an integral part of achieving your goals, but what does that really look like? And obviously you can already see that I've written the definition, so yeah, let's just get right into it. So basically, the definition that we came up with when it comes to discipline is consistently doing actions that get you closer to your goals regardless of your fleeting, key thing here, fleeting emotions. So basically, when it comes to being disciplined, what do most guys want? They want to do actions. There's some action that you want. That's you say, how do I become disciplined? I want discipline. Why? Because you want to do actions that get you closer to your goals. But that's not just it. You also want to be consistently doing the actions. Because you don't want to just do the action for 2 days and then never do it again, right? Like, that's generally true. Most of you guys actually want to be doing it consistently because you know deep down or whatever way that you need to keep doing something to get a return out of it, right? So you know you want to consistently do actions that get you closer to your goals. And then, regardless of your fleeting emotions. You see, there's actually a big misconception that people have with discipline and the other word, which is motivation, that people talk about. Because they're like, well, you need to have discipline, meaning you need to do stuff regardless of how you feel. But generally speaking, guys, discipline is an emotion. It's just a way stronger one than the one than motivation, which you just get from your fleeting emotions. Let me give you guys an example. Let's say I am outside and I see a super nice car. And I'm like, whoa, man, I want that car now. Because, I see it looks good, whatever. But 2 days later, I'm like, I'm not really trying to make money or figure out how I can get this car. Like, I don't want to do it. Well, why was that? I said earlier that I liked the car and I wanted the car. Well, that's because the emotion was honestly fleeting. There was no deep reason why I wanted that car. I just said I liked the car, so I wanted it. But there was nothing deep going on there. It's just like, the car looked really nice. I really wanted it in that moment, but I don't want it anymore. And that's obviously something you guys don't want because you want to guarantee that you're going to get closer to your goals and achieve the goal. You don't just want to feel good about the goal and wanting it. You actually want to achieve it, right? That's why an important part of the discipline definition, because discipline is a motivation, but it's just not it's not driven by a fleeting emotion like motivation is. Because that's what most people struggle with. They're like, I'm not motivated. What that means is that they were been relying on their fleeting emotions to achieve goals. Which you shouldn't rely on your fleeting emotions to achieve goals. And the only way you guys can really do this, guys, is actually wanting the goal. Because that's also a really big problem is that to be disciplined, you actually have to want the goal. There needs to be deep reason. Let me give you guys another example. So let's say I've been skinny all my life, and people have bullied me for that. They're like, bro, you're so skinny, you're a twig, I could just push you over, you blow in the wind, you're stupid, whatever. Getting bullied for basically being skinny. And obviously, I've then derived so much pain from that. Because I'm getting bullied, it makes me feel bad, it makes me feel worthless, it makes me feel whatever. So now I have this deep reason, I'm like, this needs to change. So how can I change this? Go to the gym and get jacked. So I'm like, okay, if I want to not feel this extreme pain that I'm currently feeling, I need to go to the gym and get jacked. See, that's when you go from just maybe motivation to go to the gym, the fleeting emotions to go to the gym because you see some really jacked guy, to discipline where I don't care about if I'm tired today, I'm going to the gym. I don't care if I'm sad today, I'm going to the gym. Because there's a deep reason why you want to achieve the goal. This is a really important thing to understand. There's a deep reason. There's a pain I am trying to get away from. And that is what is going to actually get you to this discipline part, right? So I just wanted to explain that to you guys for what discipline actually truly means and what it actually looks like. So that pretty much covers like the definition. So the thing is, obviously with these frameworks and pillars I'm giving you guys, I want to give you guys like actionable steps or things you could do to get the skill of discipline. So I was thinking about this, I'm like, okay, so how can I turn this into something that is like a skill that you can build on? So I was doing all this research, me and my friend were having so many fucking discussions about it, trying to figure it out, and then we were like, okay, cool, we understand now. So we came up with this 3-step process, and we call it the urgency list. So the urgency list, right? Urgency list. Dang, marker needs to be stronger. Urgency list. So the urgency list is made up of 3 parts. So the first part is the goal. That is the first part. Goal. So essentially, in your urgency list, you need to identify what your goal is. So what are you trying to achieve? What did you want to get jacked? Do you want to make a lot of money? Do you want to start a business? Do you want to be a professional athlete? Do you want to be a Twitch streamer? Do you want to be a doctor, a surgeon? Whatever it is. Identify what your goal is, right? Once the goal has been identified, then you get to the second part, which is pain. Obviously that looks weird because it's just a word, but I'll explain what I mean by pain. So what I mean by pain is, going back to the early example I gave, what is the pain you are trying to avoid by achieving this goal? For example, like I gave in the earlier example, I want to go to the gym and get jacked so I don't get bullied anymore for being skinny, or I don't feel bad about myself for being skinny. And it's like that's the deep, painful reason I'm trying to avoid. I don't want to feel bad about being skinny anymore, which has led to like the goal now, which is I need to get jacked. I need to get huge, right? So there's that. So then you get to the third part, which is everybody's favorite part, which is win. And so by win, what I mean is, what are the good feelings you are going to experience by achieving the goal? So let's say, same thing with the example I'm pretty much already using now. The pain was people were bullying me for being skinny. And for that reason, the goal I'm trying to achieve is becoming jacked and getting shredded, right? And what are now the win, the good feelings I'm going to experience from achieving that goal? Well, people are not going to bully me for being skinny anymore. And actually, I'm going to feel satisfied with myself and my body. I'm going to feel more confident. I'm going to look shredded. I'm going to look great, whatever. I'm going to feel amazing, which most of you guys, I guess, would want to feel amazing about achieving your goal, right? There's a reason. So, boom. That is pretty much the urgency list. What is the goal? What is the pain I'm trying to avoid by achieving the goal? And what will be the good feelings I will experience by achieving the goal? So let me tell you something really cool about how I came up with this urgency list with my homie. We realized something. In human psychology, humans are hardwired to go from pain towards pleasure. For example, if you are sitting in your bed, eating food, watching Netflix on your computer, just generally chilling, having a good time, and your friend comes into the room, says, "Hey bro, let's go run a mile," you're gonna look at him like, "Bro, are you dumb?" Because like, what the hell? I'm not trying to go run a mile. I'm chilling, watching my Netflix. What? I'm not trying to go nowhere. Exactly. Because as a human being, we like to be feeling pleasure. We like to win. We like to feel good. We don't like to feel bad. So we don't want to go from feeling good to feeling bad. We want to go from feeling bad to feeling good. That is our hardwired human psychology. So I realized if I literally can artificially set something up where you can you can use this human psychology to your favor for achieving your goals, then you will be more likely to do what you're supposed to do to achieve your goals and be consistent, regardless of some fleeting emotion. Now you have a deep pain reason why you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Because like I said earlier, discipline is actually an emotion, it's just deeper. And this pain part reveals that deeper reason why you need to achieve something, that's the great thing about it, right? So cool. So that's where I basically came up with the urgency list, to use your human psychology in your favor to be able to achieve your goals. And if you use this, it should work. So let me tell you basically how this should work for you. Because obviously I've explained what the list is, but I didn't really say how you can use the exercise. And the lit thing about this, guys, is you have creative freedom with doing this. And what I mean by this is you can literally go into your notes app on your phone. You basically literally write, what is the goal you want to achieve? What are the painful things you do not want to experience anymore by achieving the goal that you are currently experiencing? And what will you feel like? What will be the good feelings you will feel by achieving the goal? And then what you now do is you just read that note list on a daily basis. Start your morning, read the list. And the reason why this is great is because since it's the first thing you now see in the morning, you're already in a state where you want to go from pain towards pleasure. Where now, when normally you sitting, sleeping in and chilling in your bed, that like feels much better normally, and you don't actually want to get up and go into pain of doing something productive, now you start the day already using your human psychology in your favor. Because now you're like, I know what my goal is, I know the pain I'm currently experiencing, and I know what I'll feel like when I win. Let me get up and go do what I'm supposed to do. And then now imagine you do this on a daily basis. It is going to become your instinct to literally get up, do what you're supposed to do so you can get to this pleasure. It becomes a long-term thing. So you can get to this pleasure, you can achieve this goal and get to this pleasure. It's really, really cool when you actually like thinking about it. Like you can literally force yourself basically to be disciplined just by reading like a note list. This is literally how you get this deep-rooted discipline that you are so after. You just have to control your mind to be able to do it. And you don't even have to just write it down like a note list. Like I told you, you have creative freedom. You can get pictures, text messages, screenshots of things that remind you of your pain. I know a lot of you guys that, for example, have broken up with a girlfriend or girlfriend has cheated on you and sent you text messages about it. You can screenshot those text messages and then put it in your urgency list wherever you want to do it. Let's say your notes app. I will also add a link to this thing called Notion, which I think is a really great place to take notes. So I'll add that in, but that's besides the point. You can literally take a picture or take those text messages and put them in the urgency list, and then you can read that as the pain part. So you have your goal, then you read the text messages. This is the pain you've experienced, right? And then when you achieve whatever that goal is to basically get revenge on the girl, that is a good feeling you will feel. You will feel satisfied that you have upgraded from this girl that broke your heart or whatever. And it doesn't even just have to be that. It could be family members who have said bad things to you, friends who have doubted you being able to achieve your goals, whatever the reason is. Oh, maybe one of your family members passed away and you don't want to let them down by being a bum. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can find ways. Or you could put pictures of a girl, pictures of a thing that makes you really mad or reminds you of a really bad time. Literally, I'm telling you, bro, you can get as creative as possible. You just need to make sure whatever it is makes you feel the pain. That reminds you of the pain you're currently experiencing by having not achieved the goal you need to achieve or want to achieve. And then for the win part, you just write down the good things that will happen or have pictures of the good things that will happen, and you just have that there. And then obviously whatever way you want to write your goal, I would suggest writing the goal so you know what the goal is. But yeah, that's pretty much how you can use the urgency list to build discipline. And like I said, if you just read the list consistently, you will for sure put yourself in the mental position to do the things that you are supposed to do. And in one of the future pillars, I will definitely be talking about things that can still distract you from discipline, which is distractions. But we'll be talking about that in one of the next pillars. So yeah, man, I think this will be really great for you to implement into your life as soon as possible, so you can start doing the actions and start building your discipline, so you can start doing the things that you should be doing to achieve the goals that you want to achieve, so you can avoid the pain you are currently experiencing, and then you can get to the pleasure and fulfillment that you've always wanted. And honestly, your life can just be great. It can be lit. So yeah, so with that being said, that is the discipline pillar. I definitely hope that this has helped you guys out, and it should be a lot of fun. So yeah, so make sure to like the video. So obviously this helps in the algorithm. More guys can see this, implement this, and just generally become cold and just, do what you're supposed to be doing. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please give me feedback as well if I explained that well, bad. Maybe there's something you didn't understand. Please in the comment section, ask questions. I love responding. I respond to all my comments, or as much as I possibly can, because I really do want to improve as someone who wants to translate and dip these skills right into your mind. So yeah, thank you so much for watching the video, and yeah, make sure to like it, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.